For young and new voters, the 5 Myths of Voting video is brought to you by the volunteers from the League of Women Voters of Greater Pittsburgh. We are a nonprofit 501c3 nonpartisan organization. We neither support nor oppose candidates or political parties. We want to give you a chance to think, question, and learn some facts from reliable sources and nonpartisan sources. So how do you tell fact from fiction? You can investigate the source, recognize bias, figure out if the information is labeling but not informing, and look to find if there is repetitive, unproven, or false statements that have been made that seem true. Always try to verify the information to find out if it's accurate, if the information source is trustworthy, and if the information is impartial and without obvious bias. This fact or fiction graphic can be found at the League of Women Voters of Greater Pittsburgh website at lwvpgh.org in the section called Election Integrity, which is located in the Voter Resource Library. Please feel free to explore our resources. By learning more, you can help debunk these myths and disinformation with your friends and family. Let's explore some common myths identified by the organization Rock the Vote. First, we will introduce a myth, then we will provide some reliable information that you can fact check. Myth number 1, the U.S. Constitution guarantees every citizen the right to vote. Fact. States are in charge of voting laws, and while amendments to the U.S. Constitution tell states what they cannot do, like deny the right to vote based on race, gender, or age, for example, nothing in the U.S. Constitution tells the states what they must do, like make sure all citizens can vote. In many states, for example, people aren't allowed to participate in elections if they've been convicted of a felony or if they don't have a state-issued photo ID. In Pennsylvania, citizens who have been incarcerated for a felony can vote when they are released or once their feet hits the streets. You may hear these citizens called returning citizens. Find out about the laws in your state through rockthevote.org/voting-information. Myth number 2, presidential elections are the ones that really matter. Fact. Do you care about where your water and food come from? If buildings are safe? Who will help when there is a natural disaster or some other catastrophic event? Think about management or regulations for roads, hospitals, and even trash collection. State and local or municipal elections shape all of these and more. Municipal elections are the ones that really matter because these officials run our cities, counties, boroughs, and townships. Their decisions affect our daily lives. Myth number 3. Voter fraud is a big problem in the United States. Fact. Voter fraud cases are extremely rare. However, the effects of voting myths like these can lead to real consequences. When voting myths are spread, people may start to feel as if their vote doesn't matter. Even more than that, it can lead to restrictive voting laws that make it harder for eligible voters to exercise their right to vote. Please watch the video, The Journey of an Official Election Ballot at lwvpgh.org in the video section of the Voter Resource Library. It is a great behind-the-scenes look at what happens at our polling places and what happens when you vote. Myth number 4, college students have to vote where their parents live. Fact. College students have a choice. They can choose to either register and vote at home where they live with their parents or at or near their current address where they get their mail. Everyone needs to register to vote. Because laws vary by state, you may need to register well in advance of Election Day. See our resources for college, new and young voters at lwvpgh.org/college. Myth number 5, my vote doesn't count. Fact. Every vote is counted. Every vote matters. For example, in 2017, a perfect tie in one race meant that party control of the House of Delegates in Virginia was decided by drawing a name out of a hat. One person's vote would have tipped the scale. For teachers or anyone interested, to download a free copy of this 5 Myths poster to post in your classroom, bulletin board, or other place, please see the classroom resources at tolerance.org/voting. This downloadable poster called Claim Your Power is in our voter resource library at lwvpgh.org and has a QR code for turbovote.org. It only takes 2 minutes to register to vote. Take heed from this great quote from Kofi Annan of Ghana, who was a former Secretary General of the United Nations, when he said, "No one is born a good citizen, no nation is born a democracy, rather both are processes that continue to evolve over a lifetime. Young people must be included from birth. A society that cuts off its youth severs its lifeline." Remember, citizens have the chance to choose the direction of their country when they vote. Citizens who vote are electing the representatives who make the policies that affect their issues. Citizens voted in record numbers in 2020 in the presidential election. At least 66.8% of voting-age citizens made their voices heard. Citizens have power when they participate in our democracy and vote in every election. And remember, there is an election every single year. If you don't vote, you don't have a say in the direction of your country, your state, or your local government. Remember, elections have consequences. So who may you vote for? Well, you can go to vote411.org to find a sample ballot, but also comprehensive voter and election information and nonpartisan candidate information. And remember, you matter, your vote matters, and your voice matters. Voting makes your voice heard in the one way that affects real change by resulting in the election of officials who make policies and laws that affect us all. You can make a difference. Democracy works when citizens participate, but only 20 to 40% do, unless it's a presidential election. Younger voters will soon outnumber older voters, and older voters vote in every election. So make sure you vote and bring your friends and family. If you care about the issues, then claim your power and vote. Every election counts and you count. In addition to the Rock the Vote 5 Myths lesson, our sources and resources include vote.pa.gov, the League of Women Voters of Greater Pittsburgh's website, lwvpgh.org, and vote411.org, which also has English and Spanish versions. Remember, informed voters power America. In addition, there's also an urgent need for poll workers. Go to the Allegheny County Elections Division to learn more. You can also join us in our mission to empower voters and defend democracy. You can contact us at 412-261-4284. If you are looking for nonpartisan, accurate information to check if you are registered to vote, how to register to vote, find your polling place, learn about mail-in voting and more, we have it for new and young voters at lwvpgh.org/college. Thank you for watching.